mean streets of Washington, D.C. this morning. We are going to the Museum of Natural History, and we're only giving ourselves 2 hours there because I will spend all day there. And then we're gonna try to hit the National Archives, steal the Declaration of Independence, and then head on over to see the Capitol building. So, busy day ahead of us, and we'll show you what we can.
This is probably my favorite thing we've seen here so far.
Look at the small one! So now I think we're done with the we're almost done with the second floor. We're working our way down, but I think we do need to see the Hope Diamond, especially since I was obsessed with the Titanic for a good majority of my high school career. So that's what we're on to next. Our girl Lucy giving us the death stare. So we're done with the we're done with the Smithsonian. It was pretty good. We saw everything we wanted to. It was a lot of like stuffed animals though. So we're we're moving on to the next.
It's just funny, there's a lot that could be misconstrued about what you just said.
like taxidermy animals.
Yeah, true.
So we saw a lot of fossils though. That was cool. We saw mummies. Now we're going to the archives. You know what that means? Nicolas Cage. Time to live out our national treasure dreams. But the building itself is gorgeous. Let me show you. Gorgy. Okay, we're not supposed to film. We couldn't film the Declaration of Independence or the Constitution. There were security guards everywhere. But now we're going to the Nicolas Cage store. And we already saw Nicolas Cage merch, and we're just humming the theme to the movies and on our way there. We found it.
Dude,
Way too much fun. It's a twin. It's a sister desk.
it's a sister.
We stole it, guys. We got it. We stole the Declaration of Independence. But I wanted to show you guys the outside of this building is literally, I think, my favorite in the entire city. So here you go. It's like after the Roman, I'm gonna embarrass myself. I forget if it's Pantheon or Parthenon. So we got some delicious lunch. We kind of went to a few places though and had a few like things where we went into one place and they just said they closed at 2 for some random reason. We're like, oh, okay. We didn't walk blocks to get here. And then we went to Potbelly and they were like out of the bread that we needed. And then we went to a place called Chopped and it was so good. It was like a make your own salad thing and it was absolutely delicious, but we were kind of just starved, so we didn't film. But then we did some touristy shopping. We have basically the most basic haul, like Washington DC haul ever, which you already saw the, I'm gonna mess it up, Declaration of Independence. And
yeah, don't let the big C confuse you. That's not the Constitution.
Correct. And then I got a little sweatshirt. This is Washington DC and it's really basic. But now we're going to go visit the Capitol building. We haven't seen like that side of the National Mall yet. And we kind of want to see the front side of the White House because we only saw the back side because we didn't realize we were looking at the White House. So those are the things off our list. Maybe see the Jefferson Memorial and the Martin Luther King Memorial, but we'll see. They're kind of out of the way.
Oh, there's one more thing too.
What?
Portrait gallery?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. If we do have time, I would like to go see the portrait gallery. I don't know what time they close. That might not actually happen now, but if we can, everyone says to go to the portrait gallery and we have some extra time, so we might try to head over there just for a little bit. But we are changing clothes because These were our museum outfits.
Mine too.
Yes, and now we're gonna be doing lots of walking. So I'm gonna change into my sweatshirt and probably biker shorts. What are you changing into?
I would like to change into my shirt that I got from Zara yesterday.
Ooh, his
My streetwear
shirt. So we're gonna get changed and then head right back on out. This is the perfect little outfit for monument walking. Beautiful. I'm gonna share one of my many fun facts with the vlog that lucky Brandon has been the only one to hear. These little triangles outside of the, I forget which museum this is, but it's basically like supposed to be inspired by the glass triangle in front of the Louvre, because Washington DC bases everything off of France. Well, we're at the Capitol. A historic spot.
Yeah.
Do you want to say anything about it?
I feel like I could say a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was a very important moment for me.
Yeah.
Like I was just telling you, it was the moment when I decided that I didn't want to be in news anymore. It was a huge moment in history, and just like we were just talking about, our kids are definitely going to be learning about it. That's for sure. What's crazy too is that at this point in time, depending on when the vlog goes up, that we're still living through the aftermath. We're still living through the repercussions and stuff. And so like it's still very much a fresh wound, even though like we're here a year and a half after the big insurrection happened. So yeah, crazy history in the making. All right, another fun fact. Brandon hasn't heard this one yet. When they made the Capitol building, the original structure were these like blocks on the sides, like the cubes on the far sides, and in the middle it was just like this skinny part. It was like resembled an H, and then the middle part with like the dome and everything, that's like the newest part. And I don't know when it was built, but it probably would have been in the early 1900s, along with the rest of the monuments. But kind of cool, right? You'd think the middle would be first, but the edges are first. Fun fact. We saw the Capitol and now we're heading to Jefferson Memorial, but we made a stop. We wanted to get bubble tea, if you can imagine that, but they were out of boba, so got a pina colada smoothie. Just ice smoothie.
Nice. And I got a pineapple thing with ice cream on top, and it was delish and relaxing. And we're just talking about what life would be like if we lived here. I don't know.
Yeah, we could be little DC vloggers.
Yeah, we really like it here. But we're gonna head over to the memorial, and I'm sure we'll take beautiful aesthetic little videos of the nature along the way. After waiting for like an hour in a public bathroom that was really ratchet, we crossed the road and we've got the Jefferson Memorial behind us. But we found these little tulips. There's just so many cute, beautiful places here. It reminds us of the Holland Tulip Festival that we used to go to in Grand Rapids, so we love that. The view right now. We're at a little Jefferson Memorial, and this is kind of our last big memorial that we haven't seen yet. We didn't see MLK's, but I don't know if we will. We're kind of getting tired. We're kind of just hanging on the steps. It's so beautiful with like the water and everything. It's just, this whole city is gorgeous. The sun's about to set, but I don't know if we're gonna stick around. We were saying we're gonna watch the sunset from the steps, but I don't really know if we want to do that. That's a lot. Also, Brandon's phone's dying, and if my phone dies, then we might not be able to find our way back home.
Yeah.
So I think we might, in the next few minutes, head back to the long walk on the other side of the lake
and then go find food, right? Is that the next thing on our list?
Either that or stop by the front of the White House.
Oh yeah, we still have to stop by the front of the White House, but I know what it looks like, I feel like. The backside wasn't that impressive anyways, so I wouldn't be too upset if we missed it. And then we're going to get pizzas and hang out in our hotel room for the last night. So yeah, we're just relaxing. This has been literally such an amazing trip. I cannot get over it. Yeah, this is our view right now. It just doesn't get any better than this. There it is. Wave hi, Joe. There, yep, he waved. Nice. Wave back to him. Yep, alright. So we just saw the White House. Another fun fact that I learned in my American City class is that when building Washington, D.C., in building like the monuments, they wanted the Capitol building and the White House to be equally as large and prominent in the city, because it was to show the share of power between the executive branches and the other branches, to show that like one wasn't bigger than the other and one building wasn't bigger than the other because no one had more power than the other. So they were like very careful to keep it like very equal. Since then, they've added on to the Capitol building now, making it slightly bigger, I feel like, but that was the original idea. It very much, the architecture of Washington reflects policies that they were putting into place when they built it. Fun fact, another fun fact. So we got food and we wanted to go to this pizza place. We've been wanting pizza like our whole trip, and it's called And Pizza, and they look delicious, but we keep running into this issue because Brandon is gluten and dairy free, like kind of, and everywhere says like online they have gluten-free options, and like they do, but they just like run out of them every time that we go in. They're like, oh yeah, like our flatbread is all broken. We're like, oh okay. And at Potbelly, and then yeah, they're like, oh yeah, we just sold our last gluten-free crust. We're like, "Rrr." So I still got pizza, and Brandon ended up getting Qdoba, so it all worked out. And we kind of like went off and did our own things, and I like felt safe in the city, and I feel like I never feel that way, so that was like, I feel like kind of a huge deal. We're kind of just physically exhausted.
Oh yeah.
Like our feet are screaming, oh my god. So we got our food and we're gonna turn on TV hoping that there was a Seinfeld marathon the other night, and then a South Park marathon this morning. National Treasure was on last night, so fingers crossed for something good, and we're gonna eat our dinner in bed and just like relax before we take off tomorrow. But good news, we just found out that the hotel will hold our bags after we check out, so we actually have like a couple hours tomorrow before we have to be at the airport. So we'll see what we can squeeze in on our last day, but we're just gonna get comfy for now and relax.